Your default setting can be unprepared for conflict, and you often avoid rocking the boat.
But that sounds exactly me.
And that's what I was saying.
Yeah, that sounds exactly what I am.
So that's your connection between your sun and moon. That's why I'm thinking that's a little bit more accurate than the other one.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
So it's a sun and moon Venn diagram. The middle seems to be exactly what I am.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That literally sounds like a very, very accurate description of me.
Yeah, you may need prompts or encouragement to question your life or risk things that you take for granted.
Okay, yeah, that sounds pretty accurate to me.
So, short description on your sun and moon connection. Well-rounded and harmony-oriented. He had a lot of vitality and more potential than he may realize, and he likes public life. He is popular and others appreciate his company. He is balanced, at ease with himself, and usually gets on or very well with his parents or guardians. He makes good guide or mediator.
All right, that sounds pretty accurate, honestly. Not all jokes aside, like that actually sounds pretty.
That's what I was
on.
saying.
Like that, that's not a stretch at all. Like
no,
those are all very like all the stuff that you kind of just read. Maybe 2 or 3 points apply.
Yeah.
But the past 2 things he wrote, those apply.
Yeah.
Max, every single one of those.
No, I'm agreeing with it.
Yeah,
I think
cool.
we're in there.
That's pretty cool. Look at this, everybody.
I know, we're hitting
Look at this.
So now I'll try to jump around here.
Okay.
Because I don't really know how everything reacts to each other. But this is your sun and your Mercury. So your Mercury is like your relationships and everything, how you communicate with people. And these are your key traits. He is verbal, observant, and sometimes nervous or wired.
All right.
And I think we're hitting it now.
That nails it.
We're hitting nails.
I'm very verbal. I'm very observant. Nervous and wired are probably my 2 biggest things.
Yeah, and it says you're nervous. You're too busy thinking about what to say next.
Yep, always.
And you're very curious, and you enjoy expressing yourself.
Okay, I do.
Yeah, that's what I'm
all right, this is nailing me.
I think we're really... Johnny's nailing Nick right now.
I'm getting nailed to the cross right now. This is perfect. These freaking space people are onto something.
I know. That's why I think it's so accurate.
Wow.
But then I was also thinking look at how much they put in here.
I know. This is a lot. So they just word vomit everything. So it's just like they basically take every adjective ever.
Exactly.
And then you just kind of sift through it. This sounds good. This sounds good.
You're naturally trustworthy, of little patience. But then again, like... No, I'm saying I agree with it, but it's just so much stuff.
Yeah.
Like, how accurate can it be?
If it's just everything.
Yeah.
If they just get, it's. I'm looking at this guy's shuffling papers like he's debating Trump over here.
I'm like, excuse me, Nick, what do you think on Nikki Haley and Vivek Ramaswamy?
Yeah.
People with Moon and Gemini are always interesting people. They have a finger in every pie, especially the American pie.
Okay.
They are curious to a fault and generally well-informed. Nervousness and worry are common traits with this lunar position. Lunar Geminis are pleasant, witty, and charming people. At home with family, however, they can be moody and irritable at times.
Oh, perfect. That sounds like me.
Do you have an underlying restlessness?
Yes, I do.
Should we just do this as an ad? Do you have underlying restlessness? Are you curious to a fault? Do you have a finger in every pie?
Honestly,
you might be a Moon in Gemini.
This would be actually pretty funny to do as like an Instagram video, like a short reel. Like
that's actually
side effects. Just be like, do you feel are you unable to communicate your verbal problems? Do you feel that you're all over the place mentally and always thinking about what's next to say? Then you might be the quick That could be something. We'll talk off air about that.
I think that's actually pretty good.
That might be a new series we could run.
Wow. Are we just going to become a lunar podcast? We're going to be astronauts.
Welcome to the Lunar House.
Oh, man. Okay, so now this is another one I'm curious on.
Okay.
Their homes are often perpetual work in progress. They generally dislike housework and big on home improvements. Because I think your room's fine,
Yeah.
I don't think you got shit all over the place. You hung all your stuff up really quickly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think this might be where we start losing it a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of I mean, but also, like, both of those things are fucking contradicting each other.
Yeah, no, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It really does contradict back and forth.
Yeah.
It's really, like, whatever... I feel like it's whatever paragraph your eyes link to. That's, like, the big one.
It looks like... I mean, I didn't go through this, but it is pages and paragraphs and words and words. Looks like a big word vom.
Yeah. No, I agree. So,
Not to discredit this thing, because it is pretty accurate.
No,
it's nailing it. At no point was I am still interested. I'm still in on this. There is no part of this where I'm like, this thing is not know me at all, because it's the points that it's nailing are nailing.
Yeah. So this one's a little, not the first one. I meant he likes literature.
Okay.
I don't. Sharp intellect. He likes literature and will adapt to all situations, social groups. See, like I can see the social groups.
I'm out on that. I could do social groups.
Yeah.
But also, at the same time, for me personally, I won't adapt if I don't. I can, but certain times I'm not feeling it, I just won't.
Yeah. So
like there's certain groups that I'm just gonna not, adapt with. I'm just not gonna be a part of.
No, I agree, and that's why it says you like to work in contact with the public, literary occupations, and travel.
Okay.
Which
sure.
I mean, I think your ideal job is comedian, which is contact with the public
and travel,
and you're kind of
literature.
Yeah, you're writing, but the potential issues with this moon: lack of follow-up of ideas, indecision, and may go back on decisions.
Nice. That is me. That is literally me. Lack of follow-through, indecisiveness, and going back on decisions. Even though I tend to just, I'm a big, I made this bed, let me lay in it. I don't really go back.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't see
really
you like being like, oh hey, no, let's rewind.
If I make the decision, it takes me a while to come to it sometimes, but I very rarely rescind.
I agree. I see what you're saying with that one.
Especially if it's like important shit.
Yeah.
Like if it's something nonsensical, then whatever. But
because it makes a lot of sense because you kind of will pace around the house until you make a decision. Then once you make it, you're good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can't. That's my issue. I can't have decisions.
Yeah.
That's a lot of my anxiety is if someone just tells me, I accept. But if there's decisions to be made and options, I do terrible with options.
I gotcha.
That's why I always have to look at the menu before I go to a restaurant.
Really?
Yes.
You're one of those people?
I'm one of those
I didn't know
people.
that.
I need to look at the menu. I need to have an idea because I'll fucking look at it for a half hour.
But will you now take one of the specials if the chef has okay, so you want your plan in there and then you're like, okay, I can divert.
I need to go in there with a plan. I still will look at it just in case, but I need to go in there with an idea of the potential direction that I'm going.
I gotcha.
And then I could be swayed because I am a big specials guy.
Yeah.
So if there's a special that I hear that I like, I will jump on that immediately. But I need to have that plan.
All right, cool.
Or else I'll be mulling and flip flopping.
I like it. Also, the moon is in the 9th house. Deep longing for stimulation above and beyond everyday mundane routine. I feel like that's you a little bit. You don't want just like the 9 to 5.
Nah, I don't really.
You shoot for stuff. Innately optimistic.
Okay. Sure.
You find meaning in things that happen to you. All right. So the Mercury represents communication. So we went over that. Usually quite diplomatic and tactful. You're lively, alert, penetrating, indigenous mind.
Oh,
or
definitely
ingenious mind. Ingenious mind. You actually have a Native American mind.
Oh wow! I always felt like I always felt in touch with my native land.
You like to ground yourself.
Yeah, I don't wear shoes when I go outside, and it really connects me to the earth.
That's actually the hardest part about this episode, me reading.
Yeah. Well, that's where my Native American nickname comes from, Screeching Halt.
Especially if Mercury is close to the ascendant, you are restless, adaptable, changeable, easily distracted, versatile, and nimble.
Okay, maybe not so nimble.
But you can touch your toes.
Yeah,
you try to be.
I try to be.
You try to be.
Easily distracted, yes.
You might be too busy thinking about what you'll say next to truly listen.
All right, yes, but they already said that. I listened to that horoscope. Whore.
You have a mischievous and even precocious manner. Precocious. See, that's the reading.
Yeah, I don't think I do. I'm not mischievous at all.
All right, Venus. This is where the fun goes.
Ooh, here we go.
This is your sex.
Ooh, sexual. All right.
Venus and Scorpio. Nicole was here. People attract others with their intensity and willingness to commit. They have a strong and concentrated manner, which suggests their feelings run deep. Their actions in love tend to promise deep commitment and sexual pleasure.
Ooh, oh yeah.
Even if they are not telling you this directly, their appeal lies in the focus on you and their dedication. Venus and Scorpio seems fearless when it comes to intimacy.
That's right, baby. That's right.
You're having sex, jumping out of planes.
Yeah, that's right. I'm fearless. In the park.
Potential lovers get the feeling that Venus and Scorpio will never stray. They are intensely loyal. You're kind of like a golden retriever.
That's right.
And to the one they love, they possess you and somehow make it seem attractive to be possessed. Oh, are you like a Christian Grey type?
Manipulative. Yeah, I make you think that you're... What is it? Possessive? I'm possessing you.
Yeah, but it's attractive to be possessed. So you're like a Christian Grey, 50 Shades.
It's a good idea that I'm possessing you.
Yeah, 50 Shades of possession.
Yeah.
You know? Getting whipped. Their body and soul, love and commitment can be so intense that it eclipses fun and slowly makes loving them a very heavy experience.
Oh, God, we'd have to bring Nicole in for this one.
I actually debated calling her for this.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Their emotion and intensity may seem overdone. Those looking for a lighthearted relationship. These people take things to the extremes and can be very provocative.
Ooh, provocateur.
Although they want to explore all of your nooks and crannies.
I think I do a good job with that.
Yep, they won't always be forthcoming with it on their own.
Ooh, wow.
When you've upset these lovers, though, you'll know it. Depending on the moment, Venus and Scorpio will shoot you one of the most piercing glares around.
Oh, I got a piercing glare, all right.
Or totally blow up. Whichever style they choose, a slighted Scorpio lover is not a pretty sight.
Don't slight me.
Yep.
You'll get a piercing glare. Nicholas uses leer.
It's super effective.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Her defense